Hi. Oh, sorry.
You were mentioned by my colleague. What the problem is?
Yeah, can I sit down?
Sorry, we have no for.
Yeah, there is, because I sat in there yesterday.
But this is closed at the moment because the heating is over 30 degrees in there, so we can't sit in there.
So I need a room to talk. I'm not standing discussing my situation.
Yeah. Then we have to make an appointment. We can't do that today because we are packed full.
That's garbage. I came here yesterday. I sent several emails to people upstairs. There are people upstairs that can... I'm not leaving this building until you deal with something. You just ran in the back because you didn't have your shirt on. You've come out here. If the heating is so bad, I don't understand why people are working in that office. This is the European Commission, and you're making me stand in a hallway with regards to a life and death threatening situation. What is your job title?
My job title is the head of office here. So
head of office?
Head of office of the information center in front of you.
So administration?
Yeah.
Right, so head of administration.
Of this information center, not of the administration.
Right, because I talked to Leonard yesterday. So he's basically on the same level as you, correct?
No, he's my employee.
Employee, yeah. Right. So he gave me emails for the people that sit upstairs, people in Brussels, your director. You're not going to be able to solve my situation. And to be honest, the way European Commission and European Union is treating me is if I don't have a European passport. When I do, they're breaking every UN, EU, regulation, human rights, civil rights, everything. I even went to the international office on the instructions of your office to speak to a journalist and was refused to talk to anyone because I couldn't speak German in an international office.
You mean in the city of...
Next to the UN building.
Okay.
So I'm being blocked. My point is I'm being blocked everywhere. So I will tell you exactly. Your government told me to come here on political grounds, right? Now I have a Canadian and UK passport. I was tortured in the UK. On the fact that I'm not Canadian, I've never worked in IT, and I never graduated university. And it was actually by a German doctor, Dr. Michael Gotz. Now, I was minding my own business in Canada, having a very nice life, and I delivered $6 billion worth of IT projects. I got made out to be a political situation about the referendum in the UK in 2013. Got nothing to do with me. Because the UK owns Canada, I can't go home to Canada, but I have a European passport, tortured. German government told me to come here. I went to Munich. I worked for Sky Deutschland. All that political stuff came up. They didn't pay me. Alcad didn't pay me. SAP didn't pay me. SAP, my chef, who's from London, calling me a terrorist and everything. Just ludicrous what's going on in Europe. Didn't pay me. I then started receiving numerous death threats in Munich. I got a lawyer, a Rechtsanwalt in Hanover to take on SAP and Sky Deutschland. And 1 week before I was supposed to get my compensation back, I got attacked, hospitalized. My Commerce Bank was closed illegally with my money in it. I've been beaten by police numerous times, so I've contacted the Ministry of Interior, the Ministry of Defense, the Education. My point with you on a basic level is I have 5 dominoes and 5 European organizations withholding my money to the point I'm going to end up dead on the street. I have gone to several job centers who won't talk to me because they said I can't speak German. That's garbage. I've been based in Trier for 5 months, which is close to Luxembourg, right?
I know, yeah.
Yep. So, don't worry, no corruption, we'll help you. So I'm based there. So the whole time, if I did come here as a Germany is playing it very cute, as in both sides. You come here as a refugee, first in the world, the next Snowden, but you're not going to get access to anything, we'll steal all your information. You can't have it both ways. Either I'm a European citizen and I live a normal life, or I'm a refugee. The refugee thing was gone 2 years ago, but they're still, depending on what happens, playing games. So I have 5 lawyers in Trier trying to get my money back. They'll write all these legal documents. I've even been mistreated in 3 Cologne hospitals, very badly. And it'll get to the point, yes, you're right, Mr. Fraser, yes, you're being illegally treated under European and UN regulations, and to the point I get to the Arbeitsgericht. You know what, Mr. Fraser, you speak English, and all these problems are in Munich. I don't want to travel to Munich and then drop the case. This has gone on since December 2016. And the job center, so on a basic level, if I have a European passport, right, which I do, I'm entitled to money in order to at least exist, to at least eat, sleep, live. if I've worked in Germany 1 year, which I have. Also, if you haven't worked in Germany 1 year, there's a second benefit, and that is not a lot of money, but it allows you to survive, stay alive. I am being declined both, and the problem is,
From which municipality?
well, you know what? The actual Trier Job Center, and this is the worrying part. The Trier Job Center and Arbeitskultur said, your email has been blocked from German government buildings. And I said, well, why would that be? She said, we've been told that we're not allowed to look for you for a job. And I said, is that not the whole purpose of your job, that you're supposed to help me find a job? She said, and I emailed it to all these ministries here saying, you don't understand, we're not allowed to, So I'm being targeted. So I also went to the job center and they escorted me in with security. Now I don't have a crime in my name, but I've been beaten by police several times. One of my lawsuits is against a German officer because I can't see out my left eye now properly, right? Because I got beaten in Gottingen when I was waiting for my case against SAP. I have French police reports, Portuguese police reports, saying I am now a targeted person because of what's going on in Germany. I got harassed and beaten and stolen in Portugal, and the French police confirmed the torture. The point is, on a basic level, if one domino falls, they'll all fall. I went into the job center. It was escorted by security. I'm like, why do you need security? Well, we don't feel comfortable with you. And I'm like, well, I've never even been in this building before. She sat down, a Frau Weber, making extremely racial comments, looked at my name and said, oh, you've applied for job center money several times. I said, that's not true. I said, that's absolutely not true. Yes, you have. I said, honestly, it's not. She said, you've never worked in Germany. And I said, well, that's a point blank lie. I've worked for 2 of the biggest companies in the world, definitely Germany. No, and I said, let me show you. It's my decision that the only money you will get is from the social amp to get the fuck out of Germany and go back to the UK. That's how I was spoken to. And I've also been a member of the trade union, the IGM. They basically looked at all my legal documents and said, I'm sorry, you've been lied to very much. Because I knew it was critical for me to learn German when I got here. And Germany has been very, very cute about swerving around, not teaching me German. So when I arrived here in March 2016 in Düsseldorf, I went through the whole refugee thing of what I was told to, people sniggering, laughing, Snowden. I'm like, you either deal with this as a first world country or you let me get on with my life. So then I got taken to Schweinfurt on a military base, asked about the $6 billion I've done for Bank of America, Royal Bank of Canada. Can I live my life? We'll look at political asylum. This whole politics thing's got nothing to do with me. It's to cover up corruption. So the thing in Munich is twinned with Edinburgh, who are the ones who sold me. Edinburgh. My point is, with a European passport, I'm in Europe. I should be entitled to at least, for them to say that I've never worked in Germany, I mean, it's just lie after lie after lie after lie. And the thing is whether it's AOK owes me like 12,000, 1 week before my court case that I get all my evidence back because they were forcing drugs, alcohol in these establishments. Now, can you imagine if it got out to the world that SAP is forcing drugs or alcohol or you're fired? It would not look very good, would it? I mean, they're on the same level as IBM. I cannot get past a blockade of lies. One, I'm handcuffed because I don't know German. And secondly, as an example, I got an Arbeitsgericht lawyer in Munich to get my money back from Sky. Trust me. All I hear is, we'll help, we'll trust, we'll help, we'll trust. I said, I'd like to go to the Arbeitsgericht because I want to tell them what happened. It was mobbing, racial assaults, not given the right equipment. He said, no, in Germany, you're not allowed to go to the Arbeitsgericht. Again, I didn't know that wasn't true. So what happened was he went to the Arbeitsgericht, took a backhander. I never got my money. I called the Polizei. He's German, you're not. He kept it. I'm owed all this money. And I've been trying to do the right legal thing by UN regulations. I've looked them up. Civil, human rights, working rights, employment rights. I am doing everything correctly. And the thing is, 5 lawyers in Trier now have written all these legal documents. You know what, Mr. Fraser? You're right. They did all that. AOK, Commerce Bank, blah, blah, blah. And just at the point when they're like, okay, it's time to go to the Arbeitsgericht, I'm like, okay, you know what, you speak English, you don't speak German, I'm no longer your lawyer. So I'm surviving on absolutely thin air. I go to the job center, I don't want job center money. The fact that I've delivered $6 billion worth of IT projects, and apparently I'm not good enough to get a job in TRIA. And they actually said, we're gonna block you. When I first got there, and I know there's blacklists and everything, right? I've not got a crime in my name, but I was a very high-level guy before I came here, and now I'm being treated like an animal. Someone who's worked at Formula One, Lloyd's, Royal Bank of Canada, Bank of America, made $140,000, is not quite good enough for TRIA, and actually they stipulated to me, this is the worrying part, we've been told we're not allowed to look for a job for you. Then I get told I've never worked in Germany. Then I get told I'm not getting any job center money, which I'm entitled to. So I can't get past this. And to be honest with you, the only reason I'm still alive is random strangers have met me on a tram, seen the state that I'm in. Doctors, I've had literally infections in my ankle, and doctors have actually said, you're gonna die. If this does not resolve quickly, you're gonna die. And it's been like a doctor giving me €5 or vitamin tablets or something, literally to keep me alive. And we're not in, Africa. This is the European Union. It's Bonn, which is the second political capital of Germany, which is supposed to be one of the most powerful country in Europe. And I'm living like I'm in Guatemala.
Well, the basic problem is that the European Commission can deal with those things you've mentioned. This is just an interior problem we've got here, so we are not the right point to go to.
No, but what I'm saying is, right, is that I have contacted everyone, UN, the ministries, everyone. What I'm saying is this is a governmental building, no?
No, it isn't. This is just an outer office of the General Directive of Communication of the Commission. That is the problem, but we can't help you here at Bonn. We're just making communication for the European Commission.
Yes, but you're holding my money. What I'm saying is, though, is that people in this building would know who the right contacts are. 100%.
Maybe. The problem of you is that there are several layers of problems.
Well, no, there's one basic one, and I'm going to give you one. One second.
The layering up.
We'll take the layer back down again. What I'm saying is, on a basic level, Germany owes me job center money, and it's lying to me. On a European level, Germany is breaking EU law. At the job center, forget the ALCA, forget Sky, forget SAP. On a basic job center level, I have a European passport, I'm entitled to money. As of right now, Deutschland is breaking EU law, which could have me killed.
What have your lawyers in Trier said about this? What was the possibility you could do in this lawsuit?
I don't think you understand. I think the lawsuits are with AOK, SAP, Sky Deutschland.
Okay. You also can open a lawsuit to the...
Why should I have? Yes, I did. They wrote the job center a letter and they didn't reply.
They didn't reply?
No.
So...
So the thing is, I'm going to end up dead in Germany because you're breaking EU law.
I know the problem, but my possibilities are very limited here.
Okay, sure. What I'm saying. What's your name again?
Andreas Christ.
Andreas Christ. The director is here tomorrow, correct?
No, he will be here.
Well,
in 10 days.
That's not what it says on his email. I sent him an email and I responded.
Maybe he's here for just half an hour.
Okay, but sir, I don't really care if it's packed up. My life is on the line. And you know what?
I know. But please let me also make a sentence. Jochen Pöttgen is not able to help you here. He has the same possibilities about me. He has just the same connections in the city. That would be my next request of you to go to the city.
But sir, you're an administrator with all due respect, the head of administration. When I came here yesterday, he told the only people that can help me are the people upstairs. They denied to talk to me. If I die, it's on...
Oh, come on. Please be some patience. We are not the fault.
Some patience? It's been 12 months.
Yeah, but sorry.
No one replies to anything. Don't not mock me when my life is on the line.
Our possibilities are limited here. We can't help you.
You're not even letting... I'm not talking about the lawsuits. I'm talking about the job center.
The problem is we can't help you here at Bonn. You
are blocking me from...
Yeah, I'm sorry, but they can't help you with that.
Yeah, so why is it I go to the UN, can't help you. I go to every ministry, you're all lying.
No, I'm not. I'm absolutely sure I
So
can't
so
help you.
those people, I don't want your help. You're an administrator. The people upstairs,
Yeah,
who
but
are
there's
they?
also in that there's no lawyer up there.
I'm not asking for a lawyer.
There's no one who can help you. We are communication people.
Right,
It's
so
that we
communicate then.
But not on a juridical level. If you open lawsuits, our possibilities
Oh my
are
goodness.
blocked. Sorry.
What I'm saying is, you must know someone who can deal with this job center issue. If you still
Actually, you contact all possibilities I can imagine.
So who did I contact?
You contact about the Arbeitsagentur. You contacted a lawyer. You contacted the ministries.
These are generic emails. I have not spoken to a person because what they do is they block you like you are from talking to an actual individual, because if you talk to an individual, they'll have to take ownership of it.
But you know they have an obligation to look for the emails you're looking for, although it's in functional mailbox. And they have to check what's going on.
Right, and I've had no reply for 12 months.
Well, I don't know what they are doing in the ministry, but they are...
Please make a phone call to someone upstairs. They will know someone on a personal level. I do not want to talk to a robot. If you literally do not do nothing at this point and I die outside, and you laughed when I said that, do you know I would be dead because I have severe injuries? I've been attacked with a baseball bat and now can't see out my left eye and I have a concussion, but you seem to find that funny. I'm asking you on a human level. You laughed. I'm asking you on a human level if you can talk to someone upstairs. If there's no one on that upstairs who knows how to solve this, I'm in a European Commission in Bonn. There is a thing called a telephone. It was invented about 30, 40 years ago. They can make phone calls to find out...
You're making fun of me, and I'm now asking you to leave this building. Sorry.
So you're blocking me from...
Yeah.
You're blocking
I
me
do, and I can. But you don't understand what our possibilities are. You won't be able to understand what we can do. So I have to quit here.
So
I have no possibility about that.
So what am I supposed to do? So this is the European Commission.
Please leave the building.
This is the European Commission.
Yes.
Right. You're going to be all over the news, my friend. So you're laughing?